We welcome you, sir. And I welcome Naidu Malla garu, Director, School of Wonder Kids, Visakhapatnam. Heartily welcome to you, sir. And I also welcome Indukuri Deepika garu from School of Wonder Kids.
Good afternoon to the wonderful crowd over here. I think post lunch it's really challenging sessions, and I see some people can just come forward if they are willing to, because it's not a classroom or anything, or it's not a movie. You can be behind that, in the balcony. Please come front so that we also will have interactive kind of session. It will be more interactive, though I am panelist, but then I'd like to make it more interactive. I am PM Balaji. I come with a Japanese background. The last 10 years I was in Japan working as a Vice President Supply Chain Management in Toshiba, the company. So I learned a lot nuances of Japanese culture, working, everything over there, and the kind of discipline and all that. So interestingly, I don't know how many of you are aware of this philosophy called JIT. JIT philosophy, I don't know how many are aware, but it's called just in time. Okay, just in time is a philosophy adopted in Japan, primarily in Toshiba, Toyota production system. Toyota company actually adopted that, and the master of that was Taiichi Ohno. I am not trying to divert the topic or anything from the present session. I am just trying to bring out the background, setting tone for the people, because since morning we are only talking about the industry, academia, how we are trying to bridge the gap. That is nothing but, like Telugu cheppalante annam okate annamto paatu different కూరలు we are trying to nanchukoni తింటున్నాం అన్నమాట, అంతే కానీ no other thing. Like finally end of the day, we need to have food, complete meal అన్నమాట అది. So the theme is also said that we are talking on the education leadership summit. That's what we are now discussing. So the biggest challenge now, people are talking about outcome based education. I think most people are aware of that. OBE maybe from the industry side or be it on the education side also. So OBE ki another term which I know, I've been very much kind of innovating in this acronyms right from the JIT. So OBE is nothing but opportunities beyond expectations. I'm trying to frame up that, because what is happening is that today the kids, actually the next generation, they don't have the attention span not more than a minute. Choosuntaru YouTube reels and all that. No, they don't take much time. Ventane they next end. Otherwise they just skip off. Anybody is trying to prepare a short film for 10 minutes, it's gone. It will not be there in the memory. So how, very important, how we need to nurture this next generation is the biggest challenge. Like, because what we have learned and the next is very important, because we do have a Russian coming. Already it is there. So how do you, because at the end of the day, what the institutions, be it private or the government, they have a challenge to set a tone for the placements. That's very important. I have my placement officer over here, coincidentally, he is there. One big challenge, he takes care of complete READ institutions. We got that READ institutions, around 8 institutions under a READ group, like. So he is taking care of the complete READ, and he's spending time. So is Mr. Karthik, and now I would like to just start that. I'm not trying to eat the time, but then I can't help it. I didn't. Okay. I would like to now, ask ma'am a little bit. She is actually, I think you are aware, she is heading the Visakha Valley School, and principal is, the teaching is the most thankless job and very tiresome. First thing, please give a big round of applause to the madam, like. And that too, nobody could really fit into this particular shoes of a principal rather than any lady, like. And that's how actually that's the mother feeling comes, right from the birth and all that. So I would like to just ask ma'am, when we've been, the colleges and universities, how we are trying to integrate, the soft skills. Like, very important today, communication. Though students, they become college students and then again pass out, they try to get some pre-employment offers and then go. Very important, how do they attain success? Because, in the morning, just 2 sessions before, we are asking about if you are, I heard, I am taking that cue from one gentleman, you are not updated, you are outdated. Very good phrase. You are not updated, then you are outdated. And that's where we stand. So the student or the college student or the little bit experience, because what happens, even when you go for a job, first thing people ask, how many years of experience? That person has just passed out a year ago, how do he attain experience? But then they want experienced people, and then otherwise they can't give to that, what the expectation of the remuneration. So this is a big issue. So now very important is the communication, and then I'm requesting ma'am just to throw a light on the soft skills or kind of adaptability in the communication alongside the technical skills, because we need to adapt that skills, and so that they can prepare the future for the students. The career, very important, the career. So career doesn't mean job or anything, it's everything like. So this is what I would like to request ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Eshwari Prabhakar, and thank you, sir. Really, I'm humbled by the introduction you have given. But we feel as educationalists, that education is it's a service sector. It comes with a responsibility. It's not the post what we are holding, whether we are principal or teacher or any admin position or in the office, or we are with the transport department, anything which is related to the education sector, to the school, particularly a school where the children are yet to grow in their minds, the young tender minds. We usually think, pre-primary is tender mind, but it's not so. Even the children, those who are there in +1 and +2 are also tender minds, because they are like frogs in the well when they are in the school. And we are preparing the children for the world which is unknown. We are throwing them into the ocean immediately after +2. So we always tell the parents, for the last 34 years, I've been into education, and I started right in the beginning, we start our career in education as a teacher. So I have taught all the classes. It's not that I have not touched any class. So whichever class I go to, I have seen the challenges. The biggest challenge, what we have seen is the communication. What sir was rightly asking, what is the expectation? How do we go with this soft skill? So, you might be a very good person or a very good student as far as your writing skills are concerned. You might be able to put up on the paper, but when you ask the children to speak, it becomes very difficult for them, because it's only because of lack of exposure. It's a small thing, the journey of communication, how it should start, that's all. Then later on, we'll go for other soft skills which are also required other than the communication in this emerging skills era. The soft skills are different from the emerging skills which are connected to the, career options what we are talking about today, and the theme what has been given to us. So the communication leads to the soft skills, to the emerging skills, and that leads to your career opportunities. So the communication starts from, LKG, the non-verbal communication from the kindergarten. If from the kindergarten, if the foundation is strong, if the teacher is able to communicate the best to the child, and the child is able to comprehend whatever standard the teacher is taking up, and especially phonetics are very, very important as far as the pre-primary classes are concerned. And the teacher's training, orientation, lots of workshops must take place. Usually we neglect the pre-primary sector. We think, they are small children only, doesn't matter. Okay, give it to this teacher. If no teacher is available, okay, you go and teach. But now the scenario has changed. The most qualified teachers must be in, kindergarten, the pre-primary, because that is the foundation. And once the seed is sown, if it is a quality seed, definitely it can go further and higher. It's like, growing of a bamboo tree. For, 5 years, there is no growth. But if the seed is good, the plant sapling is good, and you nurture it, within 5 years, it shoots to a height of 2 meters at once. You will not know the growth. In the same way, the children also, you will not know where the learning is happening, but it is happening, and we need to keep on nurturing. And then comes the primary, then secondary, because this is the base of it. And in schools, if a child is given an opportunity on rotation basis to speak in the assemblies, every child must get a chance to speak in the assembly, then I think the confidence will be there and public speaking will enhance. And then one more small thing, as Sir was telling, if you don't update yourself, you don't upgrade, you are not going to be there present, right? That if you will not change with the change, change will change us. This concept, it has to get into every teacher's mind, that they need to change and update and upgrade themselves. How many things have become obsolete because they could not change themselves? Big brands, now also when we see that they are not existing. So, when we talk about the soft skills, it has to be the communication, collaboration. The children must learn how to work in teams. Teamwork is very important, and teamwork works if this concept is developed, and then comes your problem solving and critical thinking. Give the chance to the child. Here, we are talking only about children, then I'll connect to other emerging skills, because these are the qualities. I think most of the people, those who are here, are from the schooling education sector. So I feel that, more importance and enhancement to be given to these skills, the soft skills which are going to lead you for the future. And then later comes when we come to +1 and +2. So the subjects which we include in +1 and +2 should be of emerging skills. Emerging skills are like data analytics are there, which are changing the world, global economics. These things are changing. And then awareness about AI, automation, these are the things, and entrepreneurship, very important. So +1, you can have, subjects which are leading to these things, where you are preparing the children to face the world outside the school. Inside the school, I said there are frogs in the well. We need to prepare them to face the challenges ahead. And the values, more values adding to these emerging skills are coding. I think most of us have started it, but we have not experienced it yet. We are not become experienced in that. So kindly have coding also in your schools, so that, it will correlate with your school, then to the school soft skills, emerging skills, and then out of the school boundaries, and have tie-ups with the universities. Like as in the last forum, I think ma'am was suggesting about video conferencing and all, but we are lucky in Vizag. We have, options, plethora of options are there in Vizag. Sir is here from IIM Vizag. Like that, we have n number of professors, those who are eminent in their own field. We can invite them and have guest lectures in the schools. At the same time, Geetham University is also giving tie-ups for various courses. Like in our school, we have few courses in +1 and +2, where we are having the tie-up with Geetham University. And now, sir, for your kind information, I would like to just bring it to your notice that for entrepreneurship, the subject which we have in +1, we are going to have tie-up with IIM Vizag, sir.
Thank you,
So we are bringing our 30 children to IIM Vizag to have the exposure. See, the exposure what a school teacher will give is different. It will be only bookish. But if they go out, have hands-on experience and have the, university tie-ups. At the same time, industries also. Industries tie-up also should be there, where after +2, children can be given a chance of, apprentice internships, then, automatically the collaboration takes place. It's not only the collaboration with colleges and all, universities, but collaboration with industries. So this is what I would like to, bring it to everybody's notice, which we are following it. Nothing specific.
No, thank you,
here.
thank you, ma'am.
Sir. Thank you.
Thank you, and really wonderful, insights you have brought, ma'am. I would just like to supplement what ma'am, talked about, a little bit of the communication. From the childhood we try to communicate, non-verbal, verbal, all this kind of thing. Even fight also we do that. So that's again more than that. Not just talking, even fighting also is a communication. Now even from the birth also, child starts communicating. The baby asks for milk. How does she or he communicate to the mother? And mother understands. Very important. Whether baby is in which mood. How does she understand? So that's again how the baby communicates. That's a very important communication. It starts at the birth, and again I'm talking about not on the whole journey, even at the death. See, Alexander, when he was on the deathbed, he could communicate to his followers to do the last 3 things. Like he was noting that. So how did he communicate? They were able to understand because they were there with him for a long time, and they could really understand what actually he is in his vision or his philosophy, everything. And finally, that actually came up to us, like, he shared with the whole world that money is not all that, the glory, nothing, Because see, I was just reading yesterday a quote saying that, till now everybody, really does this rat race and wants to have fame and become popular, beat Instagram, everything. But then end of the day, if somebody is dead, I'm just telling you, now out of the context, they call not by name, they call body. Body ochindandi, body pettandi. The person's name is out, completely out. They don't even call the name at that moment. Even they don't even take the name of the person. Palanola body, and that's where actually I tell you, that is a fact. That is a fact, where we are going to like. So let us, live to the fullest in that manner and really give this next generation. Actually, we need to nurture, like what ma'am was mentioning about, how we nurture on the bamboo shoot. So actually, the foundation should be so good. The 5 years that bamboo seed didn't become a plant. Why? Because it was working under the soil with the roots. It was building the roots so strong, and after that, no wind or no storm can really, do any damage to that bamboo shoot. Like, it grows that way. Similarly, that's what we need to make the foundations. It starts from the school, then the college, and again, about the PG college or anything, and then you are into the world of the corporate or entrepreneurship and all that. That's a kind of story. So this is very important key takeaways, communication, and I would like to announce that I have been part of this Toastmasters International. That is a public speaking club. I was instrumental in bringing this particular club to Japan way back 20 years back. And in Vizag we do have 2 clubs already registered. One is Voltaire Toastmasters Club and Geetham. But recently, in the month of September, we launched IIAM Vizag Toastmasters Club, and I initiated that. And people can just come any Saturday. Every Saturday it happens around 3:30 to 4:30. So you can also, because public speaking, very important. The communication, because the kids or the students or employees, they need to really communicate how they do, because otherwise the leader or the management will not understand where are you into. Like, so very important, ma'am. Thank you for that insightful information, and that too, ladies first. Andika antaru, that's evident. No, that's the reason we gave the ladies first chance to speak, because we are not allowed to speak. Like, that's the reason we don't have father tongue, only mother tongue. Yeah, they don't allow fathers to speak at all. Once. So that's how. Actually, one more thing I'll just share, a live thing. 3 days back, I have taken my students to industrial tour at AMTZ. AMTZ is near a steel plant. It's the largest medtech zone in Asia, one of the largest. But people don't know. Even in Vizag also, people are not much aware of that. I don't know the visibility. So there, the MD CEO, Mr. Jitendra Sharma, is a very eminent personality. So he was giving our students that a 100 days challenge, saying no to no. And don't tell no. Just stop saying no for just 100 days, and then you will really change, and the world around you will change. So then I just on lighter note, I said to my faculty, sir, marriage అయిందా లేదా అనలాగా, వన్స్ మ్యారీడ్ అయితే అసలు నో అన్న మొక్కే ఉండదు డిక్షనరీలో. anything yes undali. I think we need to just understand whether sir is married or not, like. Yes language, that's what. Okay, and now I would like to, because I don't want to, women empowerment, men empowerment, already men rights association start అయిపోయింది. So I'd like to now, invite Mr. Mallu Naidu, sir. He is actually a wonderful person. Anduku, the school name is also School of Wonder Kids, I think. Am I right, sir? School of Wonder Kids. So I would like to, just ask about, though he started the primary and all that, he is aiming to make it big. The education, he started with nursery, and then he's grown it up to maybe up to 8th, I think, 8th standard, and further based on the people demand, still he's pursuing it to take it to big school or the curriculum. And I just want to understand how the higher education, I mean about the lifelong learning, because the life, the skills or anything, the skill set, everything is a lifelong learning. Learning cannot be till death. We continuously learn. If you don't learn, because again I'm just cutting my conversation, Japanese guys actually believe every day they want to improve. See, if something is done, again they want to do. That's actually how the Kaizen concept has come. Kaizen is nothing but good, better good, change for the good. That means every day they try to improve. They don't satisfy. Again, tomorrow what you can do. So they are always improving on excellence, like. So we just can't stop it. That's how actually learning comes. So sir has got some, I understood some unique methodology. So I would like to request sir to talk about that unique methodology and how it can really help the students and also in their careers and all that. Sir.
Thank you, Professor Balaji garu. And the ArdorComm media CEO Chandan garu, my colleagues and delegates, good afternoon everybody. Every school in India are facing some challenges. Loads of books, hours together homework and writing, and one more challenge, morning session they discussed regarding the homework not done by the employee parents. Both are employees because they do not have time. That's why the school should finish the homework also in the school hours. That's why I took it as challenge. We found some solutions in School of Wonder Kids. School of Wonder Kids established in 2001 with concept of no books, no homework, and no writing, and no loads of books for class 1 onwards. But UKG children, they won't write, but by January, they read English dailies with ease. And we start writing after Pongal vacation in UKG. Means January. February, March. We make them to write. After completion of the 2 months, if you dictate anything from their standard, in their level, they write, sir. And one more thing is, we make 3 sets of papers, like competitive examinations. We invite all the parents as invigilators. And the parents only distribute the papers to the children. They write 100 marks paper, maximum within 20 minutes. Some children exceed 3-4 minutes. And all the children will finish before 30 minutes. And a very tough paper, sir. If you give any paper from any school in India, my children will answer. Without any stress in the 2 years. When the children come to class 1, we focus on only English, mathematics, and EVS. No Telugu and Hindi in class 1 level. According to me, class 1 children cannot write with dictation. But in School of Wonder Kids, year end we invite all the parents to the classroom. We provide a 5th class textbook to the parents, sir. They can select any paragraph from any corner of the book. That paragraph only we dictate in their presence. All the children will write without spelling mistakes. And one more thing is, if I open all the notebooks, and you cannot select your child notebook without seeing the name on the cover page. Such a similar handwriting will be there, sir.
I'm just wondering whether he is a teacher or a magician. Yeah, please, sir.
And year by year, we are increasing the load. We introduce Hindi in class 2. Until that, no Hindi. Year end, again we invite all the parents to the classroom. There also we provide a 5th class Hindi textbook. And whatever paragraph they select, that we dictate, sir. Actually, if we conduct a test between our 2nd class children and the North Indian 2nd standard children, our children will do better than those, sir. And we introduce Telugu in class 3. Year end, again we invite all the parents. They only select a paragraph from Naidu paper or any Telugu dailies. That only we dictate. 90% of the children will write without spelling mistake with a very beautiful handwriting, sir. Here, in class 1, 1 year English, class 2, 1 year Hindi, class 3, 1 year Telugu, sir. In other schools, they learn almost 3-4 years. Then only they write without spelling mistakes. And class 4, we focus on mathematics. But we have mathematics even KG level also. We focus more in class 4. Class 5 mathematics, almost 80% of the syllabus, they do without paper and pen, sir. Orally they do. And 5 children onwards, for example, if you tell your date of birth, they tell in a fraction of seconds, whether it is Tuesday or Wednesday. Not only your date of birth, sir, 100 years forward or backward, any date. You can select any date. Before check in the Google, they give answer, sir. And how many of you can tell your phone number in reverse?
Forget about reverse. Even in the forward direction also people forget. Because when I receive a call, only by the name only I identify. Suddenly, don't even remember the name of the number of my friends, relatives. Even my sister also, I save it Akka, that's all. Only immediately just dial that A and then, dial and then simply wait for the call. That's all. I don't even really memorize. Only 2 numbers or 3 numbers, anyway. Wife number you don't memorize and you don't get anything like. So I had to. That is out of force. You need to do that. So it's pretty difficult, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, our children will memorize the phone numbers of all the members in this hall. They take almost half an hour, and later on if you ask from left to right or right to left, they tell without any mistake. And one more memory event is number 1 pen, number 2 sky, number 3 Marriott hotel, number 4 MIT. Like that, if you tell 100 or 200 things, simply they listen and they tell from 1 to 100 or backward 1 to 100 to 1. Or in between you can ask what is the object related to 56, corresponding object to 56. They tell, and what is the serial number of MIT, anything they answer, sir. In such a way.
Really great, sir. I think, if you are, really your your profile is being sent to Pakistan, immediately ISA will grab you, they'll buy you at any cost. And immediately they'll deploy, they'll try to make those kind of terrorists who will be, invincible like. So at this cost, it's a totally different, because our soil, Bharat is actually having this kind of Srinivas Ramanujan. I don't know how many are you aware of Srinivas Ramanujan. So even till now, certain integration formulas are not known. people are still working. So that formulas are still another 20-30 years ahead like.
Yes.
So maybe another 20-30 years after that we will able to understand little bit of that the formula how it has come like. So that much ahead like. So very important, and sir is really walking the talk like. So what actually is required he is doing, and a big round of applause from the public to him. I mean really a wonderful person of the wonderful kid. Yes, sir, please continue.
Thank you, sir. Sir, in 2006, Dr. Madhi Gopal Krishna Reddy Garu was the Vice Chancellor of Andhra University. One event we did, how to teach Telugu in 6 hours. Morning he came around 9 o'clock, inaugurated. He started with A, and later on he went off. And again by 6 o'clock we invited him for the valedictory function, and we asked him to dictate any Telugu sentence. Morning only I started, how can they write? He said, sir, they write, sir. Then he dictated, School of Wonder Kidsలో చదువుతున్న విద్యార్థులందరూ మంచి విద్యార్థులే. He dictated in such a way. 95% of the children wrote without spelling mistakes, sir. In such a way, we are doing small wonders, and our school is recognized by the previous president, Ramnath Kovindji. He invited 6 children to Rashtrapati Bhavan, and along with them, I also went, sir.
It's really prestigious moment. A big round of applause. I mean, really, actually, this person is, wonderful person behind these wonderful kids. I think, we need to really understand. This is actually where, we look at the future forward. The education, like what is the concept today. Actually, what we are looking at future forward education, nothing. I can tell you a simple thing like you are driving a car. Why is that? The front glass is so big, and you have got the, the back mirror is so small. Any idea? Why actually you can have a big mirror in front of that? It can fit that. It is not just for the sake of it is not able to fit in that upholstery. It is because the back is nothing but your past. You need to just look at it. It's not going to okay. You need to have a look at it. But future is very important because that's where actually we lie. So dashboard is nothing but with the glass. So future forward is very important. You have to look into that more. Not that though the back is only memories, but then you need to carry forward anytime. So this is where actually really, these kind of institutions are really taking forward like the education at that speed. I think even few such people, I really feel proud to be in the city, and Mr. Ram Naidu Garu, really thanks a lot to join this. I am really privileged to be in this panel like along with you sitting beside. I don't know because I feel like he has already touched the president, so something that way I can feel that Ramnath Govind's presence over here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, in my life, with your blessings, I met 2 presidents. When my daughter was in 4th class, my elder daughter, now she is a teacher in Bangalore, an international school, and she used to tell what I said the day of any date in any century, multiplications, divisions, squares and square roots. Single step answer, sir. Around 10 children were selected throughout India in various fields. In mathematics, my daughter was selected, sir. And with her also, I met Dr. Sankardayal Sharma in 96, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I just, really, we are talking about this kind of education. How many people, actually in Vizag, many people are even not aware of this kind of schools as existing like. Because, we always looking at the education that, suddenly anything comes to mind, some people, when you got good money in the pocket to burn, timpani. They say all that. Otherwise, any other government schools, people look at it in a different thing. It's not that. Education comes from the faculty, from the teachers, very important, not from the curriculum. Curriculum is designed, by way of experience like. So all the faculty, the teachers actually work behind that. So if a good teacher, good in sense, I'm not talking about the attributes, but then very important is the attitude, like, how they come up with that. So as a kids are, we do ask lot of questions. I think, as a kids, we might ask lot of questions. That's where the difference between the kids and adults is, I mean, yesterday we celebrated the Children's Day. Very important, a child in me is wishing a child in you. That's what actually the phrase has come up. Like, because we are all nothing but a grown-up, and the adults are just grown-up children. Like, so children ask a lot of questions, because they don't even have that kind of, kind of discrimination whether to ask or not, or really feel shy is not there. They just simply ask, and just out of their inquisitiveness, they tend to become, big scholars like. So very important, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for that, the kind of unique methodology you adopted in the school. And I think many more branches should come up under your guidance. And it could even transform. Today is up to 8th. Maybe it could go up to 12th. And then, going forward, people will really come and support. It's a good eye-opener for other institutions, and really thanks, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, this should not be end with us. That's why we are training the teachers also, sir. Okay. And wherever they are inviting, we are going. We conducted workshops in Kadapa, Kurnool, Anantapur, Hyderabad. And tomorrow we are going to Ongole, sir, to train the primary teachers. Like that. We are not charging anything, sir. Free of cost we are handling all those things. And another thing is, we brought to your notice, and you are having a lot of contacts with the government and all those things. It should go to each and every corner of India, and all the rural children also should enjoy this type of education. I do not expect anything from anyone, sir. If it spreads and if everyone enjoy this education, it is enough to me. That is a big honor to me, sir.
No, that you are so humble, sir. Really, a big round of applause once again. No worries. You had good lunch. You can still clap. Okay, now I again try to change the mood. Like, see why actually kids ask so many questions. I just wondered. Again on the acronym part. So we also we tend to not ask. We simply perform. Anybody tells any kind of job, we try to do that. We don't ask much. Because you should not ask your boss, you should not ask your parents. That way, we have built that kind of attitude. But now again, coming to this, very important aspect of asking. Ask, ASK. A stands for attitude, S for skill, and K for knowledge. Now, why knowledge is in the last? Because big a individual, first thing is attitude. Very important is attitude. That is, kind of, you really have to develop towards that. Attitude comes first, like. Based on the attitude only, the person is accepted in the community, like, or society. So, attitude. After that comes your skill. You might have seen many people, working in the restaurant, or, they have their own shops or pawn shops. You can see a small pawn shop. That guy, he has got that kind of skill within minutes, he can serve 5 to 6 customers at one time, like. One time, 5 to 6 customers. He knows, which customer likes what, what kind of taste, how much jarda, or how much this one. I'm talking about the local killi. I mean, I don't know how many people are still going, but then pan is, very much, likened in the whole of the nation. Pan. So in that, I'm just telling an example. So there, the skill is very important. He has not knowledge, but not much. Knowledge is out of experience, but very important, not book knowledge. He has got that kind of skill, very fast and doing that. Then comes knowledge. Knowledge, we need to get it, through books or through experience or anything. So on these 3 culminators, ask. Now again, going back to my Japanese thing, so they are very important. What is very important in Japan? They respect first and foremost is time. They are very much, there the trains are, 2 seconds late. 2 seconds. If it is 2 seconds, the pilot just comes out, bows his head, and he just bows his head and has an explanation like a sorry, that's all, and then again goes back into the locomotive, like. So there only 2 seconds or 2 or 3 seconds it happens. That too maybe once in semi-annual, that's all. Otherwise it is either before time or on time, on dot, very clear. So the time, so adding time to this ask, it becomes task. So that's where actually we are into now. So after the childhood you are only asking. But when you grow up and all that, you are doing task. And when you accomplish a task, I know you get the good remuneration. So, but then task, how you are able to perform, on what basis you are performing. Because you don't have that kind of knowledge, the experience, the skill set, very important skill set. Because emerging trends, what today the industry is demanding, what actually the industry is looking at, like from the academia, we need to really correct that. So we need to really, kind of develop that. So that's where actually the industry is looking at. So these skill sets should be nurtured right from ma'am's place, right from the school. It is not some, some degree college or some PGDM college or anybody is going to do. No, it starts from the school. From the nursery itself, they are nurtured. So, there actually the etiquettes are, taught like. So that's where actually, we are looking at this kind of education. And thank you, Chandan, for hosting this kind of show, Chandan, from Ardor Communication. Now I would like to ask the other ma'am, because we have woman empowerment, one more, again, it will be an issue. Like. So ma'am, actually, with her experience, and I would like to just ask about what kind of strategies could be implemented so that these academic programs, remain flexible and responsive in, in this rapid changing phase of the industry or, the market and all that, like, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Sir was talking about the flexibility in the academics. From my own experience, I would like to share. My daughter, she passed grade 10 last year, and the stories she was studying in her English book or Hindi book were the same which I read in my 10th grade. The stories written by Munshi Premchand, the stories written by Shakespeare. And she was questioning me, why, Ma? Why even today I need to study the stories which you have studied? Why don't they include the stories written by the latest authors of our generation? Like from the experience or from what is happening around in this world, now what is happening? So I had no answer actually. I told her, it's a rule, whatever the government syllabus it is, you have to learn that, and the question paper will be based on the same syllabus. So I just want to say is there should be flexibility in the academics. It should be practical oriented rather than grade oriented. The children should be given practical knowledge, and we have to look after the interest of the children, in which field they are interested. We are just going with the syllabus so that they can score marks. Even parents are marks oriented. They want their children to score marks, grades. So let us introduce the children to the practical knowledge. We are talking about industry. Let us take to the kids to the industry. Let us know what happens there, what happens around in the world. Let them know about it so that they inculcate interest instead of making them learn the question answers and scoring the grades in whatever questions we are putting on the paper. So I would request to have the flexibility in the academic syllabus instead of forcing them what we are teaching them. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Okay. Okay, I think it's okay. It's okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for that. Very important on the flexibility you mentioned. And our college institution is PGDM. It is approved by AICTE norms. And now we are flexible, and we can design a curriculum of our own. Nothing like question and answer method and all that kind of thing is not there. So now I think you people are aware of this new education policy. Now there is going to be a kind of disruptive change in that again. So again the government is going to bring a kind of change that many colleges can make their own academics. They can really design their academics so that they are able to suit the students to the society first and then to the industry. Very important. Not generally what we have that we need to get the students or the passed out people towards the immediately employment, because that's the reason I just heard in the earlier session. Everybody wants to go into IT. Why? And immediately flight ekkisi America వెళ్ళిపోవాలి అంతే. That's the kind of thing they have in mind అనమాట. ఇంకేదైనా తీసుకుంటే bloody you will be slogging here, electrical or engineering ఇంకేం చేసినా సరే you will be slogging here. That's how they take. It's not that. So here actually right from beginning we need to make the students understand how many opportunities are there. There are demographic of the whole education system should be taught to them, that you got lot of opportunities. It's not that IT or some industry. Everything is there. It is a platter. You have to choose, and you can choose a path. See, this Dr. EM, Jaishankar, S. Jaishankar, who's our EM, External Affairs Minister. So that gentleman, he is not that kind of education. He comes from a commerce background. He was an entrepreneur before this. and then he's reached to up that level. Now he is accorded the most, maybe the popular man even in times also. He has reached to that level. So it doesn't mean that he has taken up some engineering or anything or IT. No, not that. So very important, the students or the children should be nurtured toward this kind of future education. So I would like to now request our ma'am to make a closing remark on this. We are nearing time. So please, ma'am.
Yeah, it's working. Thank you, sir. I think I should thank each one of you seated here till the end. That means we are inclined towards, something positive, contribution to the society. So now, before we wind up, just two things which I would like to just share with you all is we must align the education with the future, what's going to happen. Like today should align with tomorrow. If today and tomorrow is not there, if we do not have the vision for tomorrow, what's going to be tomorrow, the unexpected, and we should give the skill set to the students to prepare themselves to face the challenges. And then adaptability, which is very, very important, because the industry is changing very fast, ever than before it is changing. To adapt this rapid change, I think if adaptability is there, if the children are able to adapt to any situation and take it as a challenge, as an opportunity, not as some kind of threat where the changing scenario they are not able to come back. The adaptability to be changed. And now the industry is looking at how much they know, it's not that. What they know, they are not bothered. The traditional degrees are no more existing now. They want how much can they do, what and how much. So these both should be taken care into, because the industry wants the skills, the soft skills, the emerging skills and the emotional intelligence. These three are very important. So we should equip our children to have these skills, to have a better future, and they can contribute meaningfully to the society. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And one thing, the closing note told me, ma'am. So next time, next time any children, your child or your neighbor's child, somebody asks a question, please don't stop them. Please don't stop them from asking any questions. And you don't know the answer, take a time or get it answered after some time. It doesn't matter. But don't, because that is where actually they can align about the future. Otherwise, they stop questioning. Then their ends are, they become extinct. So very important, whenever you next time ask, you remember that A for attitude, S for skill and knowledge, K for knowledge. So on these three things, a very important note, and that's where actually we need to align the education with the industry demands or the future in the market or anything. So society is very important. Make our children ready for society, then the industry will automatically get it. So that's what I can tell. Thank you all. You have been a wonderful crowd. Thank you, Mr. Chandan. Can I have you on the dais? Yeah.
PM Balaji sir, Joint Director, to please felicitate our eminent speakers. So ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause please to our prominent eminent speakers. Visakapatnam. Thank you so much for your valuable words, ma'am.